are always there, and in every state and territory, we stand guard for our communities. To learn more, log on to nationalguard.com. Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard, aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association at this station.
Promote your personal unfiltered. This is Mouthpiece.
We experience a lot of different things. We experience a lot of things in the world, and the only thing that we can really run to is each other's arms. Together, we have something powerful.
Super Bowl champion and self-described feminist Michael Bennett and his wife Pele invite listeners into their professional and private lives, but doing it authentic. Listen and subscribe to Mouthpiece, free wherever you get your podcasts from the Westwood One Podcast Network.
When conversation starts,
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong. Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above our fears.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Telling it like it really is. That's the fact. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
It's Friday Radio. He is Eric Harley, and I'm Gary McNamara. So where this goes, who knows?
Yeah. I don't know how long this will go on.
We've got 7 now looking to be speaking.
Yeah. I say the alternative. And each of them vote for themselves. I mean, we're at this point now. I just don't see an end to this thing. I don't know how far this thing goes. Because if the attacks on Israel were not going to bring the party together behind closed doors, I don't know what will now. I don't know what changes. And you could, I just, because nothing changes, again, with the makeup of the party. I don't know who's going to be at the top of that list where they finally go, oh, yeah, we never thought of him or her. Yeah, that should be the person. That should be the speaker. No, they've run the gamut on it. All the top candidates now have failed.
Top of the hour news is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
this is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
Everyday diesel treatment for every fill-up, every time.
Available at truck stops and online at hotshotsecret.com. Hotshot Secrets, powered by science.
Eric and Gary for the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. Tons of questions about the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. We thought we'd do a little Q&A. Here's a question. Does it work on any smell? Yes, the Thunderstorm gets rid of strong odors from cooking, cigarette smoke, litter boxes, and more. Even the mildew smell from basements.
How long does it take to work? Immediately, the Thunderstorm starts working in seconds to clear a room of any odor. What about replacement filters? No, you never need them. Does the Thunderstorm Air Purifier really work? Over 350,000 Thunderstorms have been sold already with thousands of 5-star reviews online.
Here's a question we get a lot. How do I get a deal on the Eden Pure Thunderstorm? Right now, you can save $200 on 3 Thunderstorms for whole home protection. That's 3 units for under $200. Just go to EdenPureDeals.com, enter the discount code REDEYE. That's EdenPureDeals.com, discount code REDEYE, and you get free shipping.
At Progressive Commercial, we know a trucker's time is money, and, well, there's a lot that can impact your time on the road. Like that 2004 sedan who didn't want to merge 2 miles back when everyone else did. Their bumper sticker may say peace, but their actions say otherwise. We can't save you from selfish drivers, but we can help safe customers save over $2,700 on average when they share their ELD data with us. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates of safe customers based on FMCSA inspections, driving history, and other data or for higher transportation. Not available in all states.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer our diabetes prevention program. Driving Down Diabetes is a free CDC-approved diabetes prevention program. This year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, and sleep, while receiving encouragement and accountability. It's for those at risk for diabetes only. not for those who have already been diagnosed with diabetes. If you are an over-the-road truck driver with a valid Class A CDL and are wondering if you are at risk for diabetes, go to truckersfund.org and take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab. Tracking down diabetes by Southern Recipe. If you have questions, email Julie at truckersfund.org. Don't let diabetes put the brakes on your career. Sign up today. Again, to sign up and get more info, go to truckersfund.org. Truckersfund.org.
The Trucker Jobs Magazine is your monthly source for finding a great truck driving job in today's market. The Trucker Jobs Magazine has informative features to help you manage a business, stay safe on the roads, and keep up with the latest regulations affecting trucking. It all has fascinating stories about truckers like you. Pick up a free copy of the Trucker Jobs Magazine at one of almost 400 truck stops across the country, or you can visit thetrucker.com for the digital edition today.
Sponsored by the Trucker Media Group.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Survivors being pulled from the rubble of a refugee camp in northern Gaza, destroyed by new Israeli airstrikes across the territory. A third convoy of aid trucks has made its way in from Egypt today, and the U.S. is asking Israel to hold off on other plans to provide more time for negotiations to secure the release of hostages.
Chanting the Hebrew word for now, family members of hostages held by Hamas in Gaza demanded action after meeting with Israel's president in Jerusalem.
Went into medical care and bring all 200 of these people home to their families.
Israel stepped up airstrikes in Gaza Sunday. The Israeli military says it's taking out Hamas targets to reduce the risk to troops ahead of expected ground assaults. Tina Kraus, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
Israel puts the number of hostages now at 122. More from Pentagon correspondent Cami McCormick. With Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin warning of more danger to U.S. troops in the region, non-emergency staff have been ordered to leave the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. And in Lebanon, American citizens have been advised to leave because of what the State Department says is an unpredictable security situation and a dwindling number of flights. The Pentagon has ordered the activation of air defense systems in the region and notified more forces to be ready to deploy should they be needed. In Washington, the position of House Speaker has been empty for 20 days now, bringing all business, including acting on the president's request for new U.S. aid to Israel and Ukraine, to a halt. CBS's Scott McFarlane is on Capitol Hill.
There are 9 new candidates to be the next Speaker of the House, all of them men, 7 of them from the Conservative Republican Committee, and all but 2 voted to decertify the 2020 election. One of the candidates, Tom Emmer of Minnesota, is endorsed by Kevin McCarthy, but he voted to certify the election, which could run afoul of Trump supporters in Congress.
A day after her funeral, police in Detroit say there's no evidence of a hate crime after a 40-year-old rabbi was found to death outside her home over the weekend. Police chief said they hope to release more information on Samantha's death today. But thanks to a Pacific storm that's expected to go through. So Mark complaining, CBS Colorado sends a local tops and the mountains that opens the gates. And for those 100 skiers and riders, any place of snow is over. This is CBS News.
If you need to hire, you want to hire to attract and even hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Hey everyone, gather around. It's time for Pony Jokes about passing the torch.
The team at Curious Welding was fused together solid.
Let's roll the late nights and early shifts.
But double retirements mean the crew must bond with some certified new hires.
We both found the extra millimeter.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring company
Sometimes you get it. Sometimes you take them. All right, don't use the credit cards. Okay, I got one, but you know, don't let them use you and abuse you. Yes, don't use them. Wait, okay, so this is how this goes.
Alabama Senator Kevin Elkins is among the Republicans that their support. And these also were deputy candidates in the race to the next Speaker of the House, including Representative Gary Palmer, who represents Alabama's 6th congressional district. The House is expected to hold a candidate forum this evening. That's it for this Monday morning. I'm Leslie Wilson with the If you are looking for work, you know the drill. It's not all of us need to pile on top of each other. Make sure everyone's handling budget. Make sure everyone's dietary needs are taken care of. Make sure everyone's happy. And that's why you should make sure you use EasyCater. It's one simple, reliable platform for all your food for work needs. Need to make sure food for work actually works? Simple. Make sure it's EasyCater. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
I believe that for those ones that slowed down, more than $29 million was stolen last year alone. That's a criminal. Make a stop for everyone else. It's just really right here. LifeLock makes it easy to help protect yourself if you become a victim. A dedicated U.S. based restoration specialist for emergency. Do it now and save up to 25% with my name Play at your photo code at LifeLock.com.
Hi, I'm from Lexington. Even with heart failure, my mother remained home. Because without strength, you lose strength. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To prevent, improve, and manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Here's the voice of the conservative millennial and chair of the Ben Shapiro Show. Monday night on News Radio 1440 with Ben
Gaza to take care of Hamas, and there goes a
The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. And it's time to rise and shine once again, if you can. For it's another day, one more, that you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. It's Monday morning. It is October the 23rd, 2023. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Surrendering to God. Our scriptural insight today comes from Psalms 37, 1 through 6. Psalms 37 and 5 says, commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him and he will do this. Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning to you. And again, it is October the 23rd. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day, and you don't. And you certainly don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So, whatever it is that you do with this day, October the 23rd, 2023, make sure that tomorrow should be. You'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you have lived a while, you have seen, you have heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever you can, do whatever you can while you can until you can't for somebody else along the way. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live life, you shall always be successful. Because you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can. But you never, ever, ever give up. Because winners never quit. Oh, they may fail at a thing or two. But quitters never win. Never, ever win. My mother said nothing beats a failure but a try. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot walk, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Don't ever give up. And no matter what happens on this day, October the 23rd, 2023, remember this. It is a great day to be alive. Keep moving forward. Always move forward. Good morning to you. Surrendering to God. That's our daily bread for this day, October the 23rd, 2023. We'll be back. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine.
Let's pray. Father, thank you for who you are, for loving us and caring for us. Please help us to surrender everything to you freely today and experience your life and peace. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. I'm Stephen Tabor, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Time to rise and shine, people. Time to get up. That's right. It's PT today. It's Monday. We got to do it.
All the way, gotta be
Rough and tough, airborne. Every day we run to the sun. No sweat, not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. When I was young, I always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, needs no breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. All the way. Time to rise and shine. It's Monday morning. Stop wasting daylight. Ain't daylight out there yet? I don't think so. All the way driving. All right, tell the first sergeant, sergeant major to get out here. It's PT time. Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a thrilling blow. Come on now, let's rise and shine. PT's next. PT's next. You got to do it. You got to. It's Monday. Airborne, all the way, drive it on. Drive it on. Here we go. Here we go. All the way. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. All right, somebody get started, made the first sign out here. And somebody call the mayor. Tell him he's got to do a little PT too. Stay out of Washington, D.C. And how about stay at home for once? Hit it, hit it, hit it. Hard work. Hard work. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hard work, work. Ooh, ooh. Hard work, work. Oh, oh. On the ride. Hard work, oh, work. That's what they say. Hard work, work. I earn my pay. Hard work, do it every day. I get up about a quarter to 3. Where you go and earn my pay? A day's work, hard work, work, work. That's what they say. Hard work, I earn my pay. Oh yeah, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Hard work. Hard work, work. Let's go to work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. Go to work. Come on. On the airplane. Any early morning rain. Woo! That's what they said. Is it over yet? I'm just checking. Hard work, work. Woo! Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. That's what they said. Hard work. I earn my pay. Come on. Woo! Is it over yet? Okay. 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 That was it. Not PT for Monday. Now, let us pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States, the only place in Montgomery, Alabama where it happens. Every morning, we honor those men and women who wear the uniform of the United States of America, and they sit on the fence all over the world. There's 192 countries in the world. We probably in like 112 of them. Anyway, good morning to you. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and a new member of the family. Not full member yet, but we're checking them out. Space Force. Because somebody's brother, somebody's mother, somebody's dad, somebody's uncle, somebody's sister, somebody's aunt, uncle, all of them sit on the fence and say, not on my watch. We'll try our best to make sure you sleep well tonight. And we thank them for that. This generation, the last generation, and the next generation to come. Freedom is not free. Somebody, someone pays the cost. Do we not live in a great country? The best in the world. Good morning. And let's not ever forget our local heroes, Montgomery Fire Department, Montgomery Police Department, the Sheriff Department, and the Sanitation Department in Montgomery. Hey, we love you. Most of the time. Time to rise and shine. Their motto is Semper Fidelis. But most Marines couldn't pronounce that. So they made it short. Semper Fi. Semper Fi. Whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. Always, always faithful. Okay, so I was an Army guy, but in my heart, I was a Marine. Yeah, I was. It just stuck it to me, that's all. Anybody want to hear that story one more time? I would have looked good in that white hat. I'm just telling you. Little chocolate and little white hat. Oh, I would have been tough. Well, I was tough anyway, but I'm just saying. And good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Okay, before we go, before I go to my break and come back with lessons of life and my audio piece today. I have a serious conversation for you for a couple of seconds here because it's a serious issue. So let's have a serious talk about this. It's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in the year 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse in this city and in this state. Hope is real, recovery is real. And if you or a family member or a friend are suffering from the substance use disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA now. 334-262-1629. That is 334-262-1629. Or go to COSA, NCADD.org. That's NCADD.org. Let's get some help. Today, call COSA 334-262-1629 and get the help that you need now. We'll be back.
First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by LaQuire. AC by LaQuire is celebrating 40 years of comfort. They've proudly serviced the river region since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbylaquire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbylaquire.com. License number 84417.
Another nice day on the way with a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures up in the lower 80s. The humidity stays low. The wind will be light out of the east, 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're down into the mid 50s tonight, mostly blue skies. More low 80s Tuesday, Wednesday with a good deal of sunshine, and mid 80s are in the forecast. For the end of the work week and the upcoming weekend, it is going to be a very warm end of the month of October with no rain in sight.
That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Fall is here, and the Festival Plaza has it all. Stop by Bougie Nails and Spa. Sheer experience and more. Festival Plaza, Taylor and Vaughn. A Collier's Managed Development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Anyone who plays video games and watches esports knows that Rocket League and Fortnite are some of the biggest games out there. Someone should tell that to Epic Games, as they just laid off 16% of their workers this month. The reason? Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney claims that the company was spending more money than they earned. While we can't predict what will happen next, 830 employees leaving is sure to make an impact.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
You've waited long enough. You shouldn't have to worry about the cleaning of your facility, whether it's your office, healthcare facility, school, manufacturing site, or everything in between. Now is the time to let J&E take the cleaning of your business off your list and put it on ours. You've got enough to worry about. Let us use our 35 plus years of experience to consistently provide you with a clean facility so you can focus on your customers and team members. Don't wait. Go to JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny, the king of clean.
Summertime has come and gone, and cooler weather is here. Now is a great time to update your exterior living space and lock in a bit of warmth during these cooler months. That's right, not only do we have shades that can help cool your patio, but we have shades that can help keep your patio warm as well. Let our design team at Just Blinds help select just the right look and feel for your space. Schedule an estimate or stop by our showroom in Prattville and let our designers walk you through the very latest in beautiful and affordable options. Get started by visiting GoJustBlinds.com.
Research shows that successful ad campaigns share 8 characteristics. Radio is the only local media option that delivers all 8 of them. Radio reaches your potential customers close to the point of purchase. It provides local consumer interactions with emotional connections that build trust and credibility for your business. Radio is unskippable and quick. We get your message out in 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment, and it's also why it should always be your base media buy. Research also confirms that marketing campaigns generate even higher returns, starting at a 19% lift when they are on more than one platform. That's why Cumulus offers a variety of effective digital solutions to enhance your base radio buy. At Cumulus, we are your one-stop shop to deliver a coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia Thompson, and it's my job to get your business results on News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
I'm Aaron Tippett. I've been blessed to be able to make a living at what I love, making music for more than 25 years. But it didn't get there overnight. There were a lot of long days and nights of working just to make ends meet. Good things in life don't always come easy, but when you sweat for what you want, it makes it even sweeter when you get it. So remember to work hard, and when the opportunities present themselves, you got to be ready to grab them. This message is brought to you by the United States Air Force.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend
Silver
on it.
lining is, well,
At least it's going to be comfortable.
All righty then. Okay. I don't ask me why that keeps coming up. I don't know. I got to get with the engineer. What can I tell you? Anyway, we do one motivation speech during the Monday and Friday hours, first hour of the hour. The first hour of the hour. That doesn't sound too good, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, the first hour of the morning on Mondays and Fridays. And today it's about something. Unfortunately, there has been an epidemic of fathers who are not involved in their children's lives. And in this piece, we're going to tell you why it is important. This man is going to tell you why it is important. And once that time is gone, you can never, ever get it back. So you may not think it's important, but the kids do. Your sons, your daughters, they think it's important. Hey, women and men have been breaking up since the beginning of time. But you don't divorce your children. You don't leave your kids because things don't go right with the wife and with the two parents. You always keep them first and foremost in your mind. Because I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm a guy who can tell you, not having your dad around is not something that you get over. You never get over it. Never. I am 66 years old. I'm good looking for it. I feel it. I know. Hey, keep the applause. But I've been angry for years at my dad, a man who I only saw one time in my life, one time. I remember because he gave me a quarter. And back in those days, there was a little store down the street in South Bend called Dave's, and we went down there and got us some candy. But one quarter, one time, is far from being a good dad. The dad is the relationship. The father is biological. So this guy right here is going to tell you why it's important, and he brings out some things that is absolutely kind of amaze me in a way. Some of the things that he has said, so I find them interesting. So anyway, this morning is about fathers. You only get one, besides your heavenly Father. You only get one. Be the best you can be. We'll be back.
That an estimated 10 million children in the United States see their fathers less than once a month. Research tells us what happens to boys and girls without dads or stable father figures in their lives. Poverty rates double. Emotional and behavioral health issues increase. High school dropout rates increase, as do crime and prison rates. And I was no different. I grew up in Georgia without my father. My mother raised me. And let me tell you something about my mom. Every day before school, she would look me in the eyes and say to me, "You are tall, dark, and handsome." And you can do anything you want in this world if you put your mind to it. But I didn't believe her. I struggled. Behavioral issues, substance use issues, suicidal ideation. I blame myself for my father being absent. I remember I was in college, in my room, by myself. God, you have to help me use my pain. So I went on the journey to find my father. And what I found was shocking. My father had been experiencing an issue that he needed help in overcoming. He was experiencing his own pain. His absence was not my fault, and in a way, not his fault. Then I thought to myself, what if my father would have had a caring group of neighbors to support him? It would have made a difference for the both of us. Now, there's a lot of reasons that keeps fathers separated from their children.
Like the mama.
There are the ones you might think of right away, like estrangement from a mother, substance use, sickness, and incarceration. But the reasons that don't get talked about enough are the ones that exacerbate the problem. Those are the emotions we don't talk about enough. I'm talking about shame, guilt, and embarrassment. These emotions can cause so much harm beyond the absence. Ben was a 32-year-old father at an agency that I run called Fathers Uplift, where we help fathers love, forgive, and heal. And in doing so, they learn to find the beauty in the pain they've experienced. Now, one might ask, how can pain be beautiful? At Fathers Uplift, we believe that pain gives you character, strength, and courage. More importantly, there is a mystery on the other side of pain. For the population we work with, that mystery is a father's child. The warm embrace with your child on the other side of the mystery, that is beauty. Ben spent 4 years separated from his child due to co-parenting issues, restraining orders, and challenges navigating the family court. But he also experienced shame from not being able to see his daughter daily, guilt because he was absent, and embarrassment because he was unable to spend time with his daughter on a consistent basis. Now, it is imperative to note that as we stand here today, that through prior relationships, men learn to love and hate. Some of us have limited experience with love. Therefore, relationships that emphasize self-love play an essential role in the work we do. Lifelong relationships are integral to our efforts with specific emphasis on an individual's ability to mirror new behavior and connections. Now, while many fathers like Ben come to our agency through social service agencies and correctional facilities, many of them come to us through word of mouth. They come to our clinic and can work one-on-one with a licensed therapist and coach, a team of individuals that provide guidance, advocacy, and mentorship. We also offer group therapy. In groups of 5 to 25 fathers or more, they share stories about their children and comfort one another as they work to achieve a common goal. They hear stories of triumph and struggle and pour into one another whenever there is a need. Together, we ensure that fathers are mentally and emotionally prepared to be in their children's lives. And when that father has achieved his goal, he is invited to come back and be an ambassador and pay it forward. And last but not least, we ensure that mental health providers, universities, and institutions have the tools they need to engage fathers wherever they are throughout the world through our online and in-person instruction. We work with fathers as long as they need us, or in other words, until they fire us. Now, there's no easy formula here. Every dad is different. Every kid is different. Every story is different. But there are a few things we do every time. We are loving our fathers and the fatherless back to life. We hug our fathers. We celebrate them on birthdays and holidays with a call to let them know how much we appreciate them. And we assume that they have the power to achieve their goals. We are a consistent source of support for them as they work to process the mistakes they've made in the past. For the last few years, we served over 10,000 fathers and their families. We've seen fathers accomplish goals such as gaining shared custody of their children, loving themselves again, and gaining a newfound appreciation for everything they have experienced in their life. All of our fathers enter our doors feeling hopeless. But when they leave, over 90% of them say they have an improved sense of identity and self-worth. We've helped fathers released from jail and prison return home with their worth, their dignity, and their self-respect. And of course, our work just doesn't benefit fathers. It's for the kids too. A kid blaming himself for something he doesn't understand. A kid like I was, who struggled and who didn't understand that fathers are human too. My father's absence inspired me to create a safe haven for fathers nationwide. And truth be told, my father is currently leading a life separated from me as we speak today. Unfortunately, it is not a perfect ending, but it is an important one. It sheds light on the fact that fathers hurt too, and it is our responsibility to love them back to life whenever the need exists. As I stand on the stage, I can't stop thinking about my 7-year-old son, Clayton, and my 1-year-old daughter, Samaya Grace. The other day, I asked Clayton, "What kind of father am I?" He looked at me and said, "You have a mustache, long hair," and this is before the haircut, may I add, "and even a new computer." I said, "Okay, this is true, son." He goes on to say, "I love it when you buy me games," before hugging me and running back to his room. And Samaya Grace, every time I ask her for a kiss, she puckers up her lips and she runs to kiss me with an enormous smile. That makes my day every time. When moments like these occur, I understand that I have the privilege to be present, unlike many of the fathers that walk through our doors for the first time. Like them, I am far from perfect. Despite my mistakes, my greatest achievement is being Clayton and Samaya's father. Millions of fathers today, regardless of their location, can say the same thing. I must admit, if it had not been for the individuals in my life that reminded me of how valuable I was, I would not be here today. I'm more than thankful for them that they loved me back to life. Fathers that have been absent, regardless of their past mistakes, deserve a lifeline. And if we are deserving, so are the ones who have lost their way. Take a moment with me, 15 seconds, and I'll keep the time. Think about the people who loved you when you lost your way, who hugged you when you needed it, who assumed best intention, who validated you and embraced you even when you felt undeserving. Whoever came to mind, try, just try, and be that to someone else. Thank you.
I hope you got as much out of that as I did. Good morning. Fathers are important. Unfortunately, we live in a society where the value of fathers is not, or dads. Anybody can be a father, but dads are important. Um, and when they're not there, it affects us all for the rest of our lives. Trust me, I know from experience. There's an anger that goes on inside young men, um, who never have that relationship, who never have the relationship with a father, somebody hugging them, and the hug of a dad, the 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 comforting of a dad. And although mothers do an outstanding job, because we men have left them to do the job, and some of them have pushed the man away. That's true too. We don't let them off the hook either, but they do a wonderful job in general. But they never will be, never can be, never will understand the relationship between father and daughter, father and son. It is simply a different relationship. And thank God to those moms who even when the marriage or the relationship goes bad, they still allow that dad to take part in their children's lives. They don't know what good that does to the man and the child. So yeah, I know. So fathers are important. Okay, I'm just telling you. Tell you something. Okay, I gotta give you this thing here. So one day I'm going down the road, right, with Z. I got him in the car. We just rolling down the road, and I saw my good friend Donald Jenkins over cleaning up the graveyard on Harrison Road. I didn't know who he was at the time, and we just stopped and looked at him. But we didn't, I didn't know what he was doing. I just knew he was over there all the time. I seen him over in the graveyard, and he was cleaning up things and just making the place look presentable. And then we saw him doing something else, fixing. Anyway, I seen these guys fixing things, and so I looked at my son. I think he had about 12 years old. I looked at him and said, 12, maybe 9 or 10. I said, uh, your dad don't know how to fix that kind of thing. I said, I don't know anything about any of that stuff. I said, I don't know how to fix nothing. I can't fix a car. I can't do. Okay, I'm useless. He said, no. You're good at one thing. Oh, I said, oh Lord. Okay. So I thought of for a second. Okay, tell me what I'm good at. And I got the answer that enlightened me for the rest of my life. It taught me that what we think we are is not important. It is what they think you are that's important. And when I got done telling all the things I couldn't do, he said, Dad, he said, you're good at one thing. So I didn't know what was coming out of his mouth. He said, you're good at being a dad. And it almost brought me to tears because I knew I was pretty useless at everything and everything else. But it's not what we think. It is what they think. So forget what you think. Have that relationship with your child anyway. Have that relationship because it's about them. It's really not about you. So if you know some fathers out there that are not involved in their children's lives, kind of nudge them to go that way. Do something. Moms, he may be useless. He may be, but his child may not think so. And after all, it is what they think that matters more than what we think. It is 6:54 in the morning. Let's go now to the word of the day and lessons of life. The word of the day is spelled Genteel. Genteel. It is pronounced genteel. And what does it mean? I thought they were like sort of like identifying me. Okay, but Maybe if you look in a dictionary and you find this word, you see my picture there. What does genteel mean? Well, it means elegant or graceful in manner, appearance, or shape. It can also mean marked by false delicacy, prudery, and affection, or to be used as a somewhat old fashioned synonym for the word aristocratic, somewhat sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? So genteel, but the basic understanding is elegant and graceful in manner, appearance, and shape. So, okay, that sounds good to me. Genteel. So if somebody ever calls you genteel, remember, it's a compliment for the most part. All right? Lessons of life, LOL. Lessons of life, not laughing out loud. Why is the past, no matter what happened to us back then, it is always thought of with a reverence and a respect? Well, I reached my own conclusion on that because once the storm is over, you won't really remember how you made it through it, how you survived. You won't even be sure whether or not the storm is really over. But one thing is for certain. When you come out the storm, you will not be the same person that you were before. And that's what, if you think about it for a second, that's what storms are all about. Helping you to be thankful for getting over the past. So don't hold on to it, reflect upon it, but always reverence it and respect it, but don't live in it. Good morning. It is 6:56 in the morning, and what happened on this day? It is October the 23rd. It's October the 23rd, the 296th day of the year, and there are 69 days left in 2023. It was on this day in 1973 that President Richard Nixon agreed to turn over White House tapes recording subpoenaed by Watergate Special Prosecutor to Judge John J. Sirica. I think some things were missing on that tape, though, but I don't know exactly what it was. 1707, the first Parliament of Great Britain, created by the Arts of Union between England and Scotland, held its first meeting. In 1910, Blanche S. Scott became the first woman to make a public solo airplane flight, reaching an altitude of 12 feet at a park in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Well, I'm glad Indiana is known for something. In 1915, tens of thousands of women paraded up Fifth Avenue in New York, demanding the right to vote, and we ain't been the same country since. I'm just saying. 1925, talk show host Johnny Carson was born in Corning, Iowa. In 1944, the World War II, the Battle of Leyte Gulf began, resulting in a major Allied victory against Japanese forces. The year was 1956. A student-sparked revolt against Hungary's communist rule began as the revolution spread. Soviet forces started entering the country, and the uprising was put down in a couple of weeks. 1983, the 241st U.S. service members, most of them Marines, were killed in a suicide truck bombing in Beirut International Airport in Lebanon's near simultaneous attack on French forces, which killed 58 paratroopers. 1984, that's right, don't forget this day, and this is also the same day that I believe what did this day that we went to, where did we go to? We went to, where did we go? Oh yeah, we went to Grenada. It's on this week, also. Anyway, 1984, BBC television reported the famine in Ethiopia. The story which shocked viewers prompted rock star Bob Geldof to organize Band Aid, a group of celebrities who recorded the song Do They Know It's Christmas for charity. One more, 1987, U.S. Senate rejected by 58 to 42 the Supreme Court nomination of Robert H. Bork, who I think probably would have been one of the best Supreme Court justices we ever had, at least from where I know. 1995 was the year the nation's anthrax scare hit the White House with a discovery of a small concentration of spores at an off-site neural processing center. And those are some of the things that happened on this day in history. We'll be back uno momento. Okay, so don't y'all go no place. We'll be back.
Is the CBS World News Roundup, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The U.S. is hoping to get more hostages freed ahead of an Israeli ground invasion. Israel says more than 220 are being held. Pentagon correspondent Cammie McCormick has our top story.
The U.S. wants to put off that ground invasion to prioritize the release of hostages and the distribution of aid in Gaza. This is being conveyed through defense channels. Meanwhile, the Israeli air assault continues.
I don't know.
And Israel's military says its ground forces mounted limited raids into the Gaza Strip overnight.
Hamas Health Ministry says 182 of the 436 Palestinian killed in those airstrikes were children. A third convoy of aid trucks was allowed to pass from Egypt into Gaza today. Rallies continue across this country.
And we take solace seeing one another. We are reminded that there is hope. But we also take solace in knowing that we are not alone.
A pro-Israel demonstration in Portland, Oregon. New aid to Israel and Ukraine is still held up in Congress as the vacancy for House Speaker enters its 20th day. Correspondent Scott McFarland is on Capitol Hill.
There will be a candidates forum behind closed doors tonight for Republicans in the U.S. House. 9 new candidates to be the next Speaker of the House. All of them men, most of the members of the Conservative Republican Study Committee, and 7 of the 9 voted to decertify the 2020 elections. A secret ballot could happen as early as tomorrow.
A lot of people will be scrambling to get their winter jackets out of storage. Weather Channel meteorologist Paul Goodlow.
We got a big-time snow event from the Four Corners to the Rockies into the Northern Plains as we head through most of this week.
And forecasters say into the next. Scheduled for an operation? Get walking.
More active patients are less likely to have complications after surgery. That's according to research presented at the American College of Surgeons Clinical Congress. Patients who took more than 7,500 daily steps before surgery had more than half the risk of complications within 3 months of coming home from the hospital.
CBS's Michael George. It's getting even more expensive to pay with credit cards. Bankrate's Ted Rossman.
We found that the average retail credit card APR has hit a record high of 28.93%. That's really a staggeringly high rate. Although it's worth noting that many retail cards actually charge over 30%.
The yield on benchmark 10-year U.S. government bonds has surged past 5% for the first time since 2007. S&P futures down 15. This is CBS News.
You need to hire? Indeed is with you every step of the way, helping you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Yep, I'm looking at the pages right now.
Thomas's translation company just lost its only 2 Spanish speakers. Without the right replacements, he'll be in problemas.
Yeah, we'll have those ready. Tonight's going to be a late one.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they're more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer skills in these matters.
For matters in Tennessee, visit CordellCordell.com. 200 West Martin Luther King Boulevard, Suite 1000, Chattanooga, Tennessee 37402. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
More schools are teaching kids about the impacts of climate change. CBS's Natalie Bland from Washington, D.C.
Marina Gutierrez teaches 4 Verde in Washington, trying to create these agents of change. And it's not just impacting our community in the school, but what else can I do outside?
That means class expeditions to learn about the environment, to mastering how to recycle and compost, lessons the students take home.
Everything's got trash. Like food is compost, plastic is recycled, and trash is trash. So it was really my brother and dad just
over here, over there.
and pick up the trash in the alley.
Shapewear isn't just for women anymore.
The shapewear makes me feel really confident.
Kim Kardashian is debuting her Skims line for this week. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
You will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-511-3535. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-511-3535, 800-511-3535, or biglou.com.
Binges, blackouts, regret, shame, trying and failing to drink less or quit. Hi, I'm Jonathan, founder of More Health. I know how scary drinking too much can be because I struggled with alcohol misuse for most of my adult life. But I also know that it is possible to drink less or quit. And
Over here, over there, we will hit the street trail. And
I started More Health to make access to naltrexone convenient and private to help people like me regain control over alcohol.
If you're ready to stop drinking or just drink less, text WILL to 323232 to get a secure link to Or Health's private online assessment. Our licensed medical professionals will evaluate your assessment, and if medication is right for you, prescribe it online. We'll deliver your prescription right to your door. No doctor's office visits required. Text the word WILL to 323232 to get started today. That's WILL to 323232.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
Just idly pawing through MLS listings like a lot of real estate agents do. She does the legwork. She does the hard work. She tracks down the place that you are looking for. Just give her a list of all the things you want in a home, the section of town you want it in, and a budget, and she will do her level best to put you in that home. And
okay, I hear. I don't know why my thingamajigger here is that's fair. $240 died on this day in 1983. Of all the things that I think the greatest president of the United States, Ronald Reagan, did, the only thing, this is probably the only complaint that I ever had with him, because we didn't really let our guys protect themselves. And I understand diplomacy, but sometimes diplomacy is the guy with the biggest gun. But we dedicate this next segment. Some of those kids were from Montgomery, Alabama. Let us never forget, the nation that forgets its hero will long since be a great nation. It's been a long. Never forget. Never forget. Never, ever forget. Those young men who gave their lives in the service of this country, all of them, from regardless of which war, that sacrifice can never be repaid. Anyway, good morning to you. I just after this because I know I was with the 82nd Airborne doing this week in '84, and we had our own orders. Now I will admit to you, by the time I got to grenade, it was all over. But listen, you go where you're told to go, fight who you're told to fight, and hopefully the good Lord sees the same. You make it back home, but some don't. Some don't. Anyway, good morning to you. What are we celebrating today? I don't know what we're celebrating today. Well, we're celebrating life, for one thing. Anyway, good morning to you. But before I get to that, we have to have a serious talk about something. A serious talk. And it's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It is time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real. Recovery is real. So if you or a family member or a friend are suffering from substance use disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA now. 334-262-1629. That's 334-262-1629. Or go to COSA, NCADD.org. That's NCADD.org. Let's get some help. Call today. Call COSA, 334-262-1629, and get the help you need right now. Good morning to you, everybody. Hope this day finds you well on this, 40th anniversary of 41st anniversary of the barracks situation in Beirut, Lebanon, when our Marines were sat there and picked off by a bunch of radical people. We're there to help, and some of those, I know there's one family in Montgomery, and we honor your sacrifice of your child. There's one guy in Montgomery who was there and died in that the thing right there. That always faithful. Good morning. Let me see who this is before I go to any other more important stuff. Well, not more important stuff. Good morning. Who's this? Like I didn't know. I'm doing fine. Nobody ever wanted it to be like. Nobody ever wanted it to be last. I don't know why you come up with that lie all the time. I never told you that. I never said that. I said I thought about doing it last. Nobody else. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Ed is not in there. It's not in there. Okay, are we done? It's not in there. Sunday school is a construct made up by man. It's not in the Bible. Okay, and I'm getting tired of hearing it all the time every morning too. To tell you the truth, right? Can you come up with anything else to say besides that? Okay, but I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's not in there. Okay, well, listen, I get so well. Okay, well, I'm the only guy in town that's not on the gospel thing. Anyway, see you later. Bye. I'm done. Okay. Anyway, try to be nice, but you can't be. Some people won't let you be nice. All right then. Anyway, so much for that. 860-1440 is the number. You want to go call up and talk to you, whatever on your mind this morning, except for Ed. And I don't mind talking to Ed. But everything has its limits. Everything has its limits. It ain't what you do, Ed. It ain't what you say. It's what you do. Okay? I'm just saying. The Bible's got 66 books in it. At least the one that regular St. James version anyway. I think it's more than 66 books in the Catholic Bible. I think it's like 72, somewhere around there. Anyway, but we'll have that conversation on Thursday. Yesterday was Sunday. Hopefully you went to Sunday school. That's it. People tell me about Sunday school. Sunday school is not in the Bible. It's a way to get more orphans out of people, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, Sunday school is every time I go to church, it's Sunday school. I learn something new all the time. All the time. Anyway, so much for that. All right. 860-1440 is our number. I got a lot of things to talk about that. It just gets me all off banter. Good morning. Yes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was. Hmm. And that's the worst decision I believe that the president of the United States that and maybe it was an agreement, the status of forces agreement, or maybe it was an agreement from a diplomatic standpoint to show you we were there for peace rather than. But when you leave our guys out there just on a whim with no way to protect themselves, that is unconscionable to me. But I wouldn't. I'm not a diplomat. I wasn't the president. And I don't know what kind of agreement he had with those guys. So so. Mm. Really? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Right. Well, faithful. Right. Right. Mm. Yeah. 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 I guess it is. Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I know there's a lady who calls me every once in a while. Her son died over there in from Montgomery. Yeah. Hoorah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Let me see what else is going on. What else is going? Nobody until until you've been there, you don't really know. But again, I think that was one of Ronald Reagan's biggest mistakes, not allowing our guys to protect themselves. But again, I don't know what kind of arrangement he had with the Marine Corps. I mean, with the folks over in Beirut and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe it was one of those deals where you had to give up give up your weapons in order to stay there. I don't know. 1995 on this day, a jury in Houston convicted Yolanda Saldivar of murdering Tejano singing star Selena. Saldivar is serving life in prison now. In 2001, The nation's anthrax scare hit the White House as the discovery of a small concentration of spores in an off-site mailing process. And it was about 14 years ago, the President Barack Obama declared the swine flu outbreak a national emergency, giving his health chief the power to let hospitals move emergency rooms off-site to speed treatment to protect non-infected patients. Bank closings in 2009 surpassed 100, hitting 106 by the day's end. 9 years ago, officials announced that the emergency room doctor who recently returned to New York City after treating Ebola patients in West Africa tested positive for the virus, which is not unheard of since he was treating people. John Bull Bramlett, a former professional football and baseball player, was nicknamed the meanest man in football. He died in Memphis, Tennessee at the age of 73. What are we celebrating today? Well, let's see what we're celebrating. We are celebrating Hungarian Republic Day. Why, I do not know, but it was on the record. International Swallows Depart from San Juan Capistrano Day. I don't know why we're supporting that either, but it was in the book. Okay, let me see what else. Libya Liberation Day. Okay, so it looks like we got a lot of things. Here's one. Here's an American thing right here. National Boston Cream Pie Day. Okay, we know what you're thinking. Why is it called pie when it's actually a cake? Well, that's true. We've often wondered why it's called pie when it's actually a cake. Must be a northern thing. National Croc Day. Okay, well, crocodiles are interesting. They wear pretty good too in a pair of shoes. Also, National iPod Day. Dust off your old iPod and pretend it's the early 2000s all over again. National Mold Day, the basic chemistry algorithm and not about those funny looking creatures called mold. National Paralegal Day. So if you happen to want to be a lawyer, but you know you're not, but you are a paralegal, and you can play one in the office sometimes, today is your day. Okay, I'm just saying. TV and radio talk show host day. Right on. That's what I'm talking about. So it's my day. Outstanding. Outstanding. Okay. Now it seems that Prattville is getting about as many people shooting and killing up there as we got down here. Now, is that because we a lot of folks from Montgomery moving to Prattville, or is it just a sign of the time? I don't know. Just a sign of the time. But it looks like, they shooting up there too. The Prattville Police Department is investigating a shooting late Sunday last night evening that left one person injured and another in custody as a domestic situation, according to a statement released early this morning. So, okay, well, hey, sorry about that, Prattville, but so y'all can run, but you cannot hide. Somebody asked a crook one time, why did you rob the bank? And the guy said, well, that's where the money was. Okay, so when you leave here, they'll just come up there. So no sense everybody moving to Prattville and Mirabel. Hell, folks are just robbing people no matter where they live. You can't run from it. Crook will find you because that's where the money is. Okay, I'm just saying you might want to stay right here with us. Just think about it. If we if we catch a cold, y'all get the flu up there. Okay, that's what the folks. What's that place on Vaughn Road out there with the big old fence around? You can't get in there unless you know somebody. What's that place? Wind Lake, where Montkill used to live. So you're hiding now. We know how to get out there. The crooks know how to get out there. Y'all not safe. So you might as well believe in the Second Amendment and take care of yourself out there and handle that business when you need to handle that business. I'm just saying. So running away from Montgomery, okay, doesn't make you any better than we are. I'm just saying. See, Prattville. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, Mary Glasgow, what you think now? Oh, yeah. I got the same problem we got. But we'll be back.
News Radio 1440. Montgomery's Lost Traffic, brought to you by Selfridge Automotive, family owned, family driven. News Radio 1440.
Watching out the allergies and pollen in your nose. The bars also help wash out your bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses. So you can get back to breathing clearly again. Save good time in sun, suffering, and hello to better breathing with Nova. The bars are available at Walmart, Walgreens, and CVS Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Are you going into extended trip? No one likes to be stranded on roads. And she goes on. Everything that's equal, even with because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above healthcare. This is state level program after each other. Having told on board for the incredible strength, but it can also mean exposure to mosquitoes and ticks. While most insect bites reach the water, some viruses and bacteria spread to the body. There are several things that you can do to lower your risk. If you do EPA registered repellent containing 20% heat or the third. It is best to always consult with a pediatrician before eliminating dogs on children. Also, wear light-colored clothing with long sleeves and always take your filter kit. Additionally, install in a window and workroom. If you didn't standing on keep doors clean from double inches space and rooms or other dry debris. This will also help reduce standing water. These basic techniques can help you safely enjoy the outdoors and create memories that will last a lifetime.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris, encouraging you to take the perfect pledge and support the 47 million people worldwide who are with Alzheimer's disease.
The number of Americans living with Alzheimer's is growing rate. 2% of people over the age of 65 have a disease, and 2/3 of them are women. New research is making it possible to detect Alzheimer's disease and provide an accurate diagnosis earlier than ever before. This message brought to you by the Accident and Health Administration. We see miracles all the time at our children's hospitals. The miracles never come easy. That's why as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money in the miracle jar. Support your children's miracle ministries.
It's smart, easy, and fast overall. It's Marco this afternoon on News Radio 1440.
Azerbaijan
It's 7:30 in the morning, right here on News Radio 14. Commerce, state commerce, step down. Maybe the more messed up we are. Well, I don't know. I've been broke. You know, when you're broke, it doesn't make really. When you're broke, it doesn't really make any difference who the commerce secretary is, or who's the secretary treasurer, who the president is. I mean, broke is broke, no matter who's in office. So therefore, it doesn't bother me. Hey, let's go back to phones right quick. Morning, who's this? Yes. Yeah, but wait. He's not doing the robbing and the shooting and the stuff. He's not doing that. We know who doing it. Yeah, yeah. Well, wait a minute, they're on the way back. They're on the way back. What? Yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, on the way to work this morning, I saw 65. A whole lot of people headed this way. Well, I don't know about all that, but yeah, 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 yeah. Well, okay, I hear you. I mean, but this morning I saw a lot of people from Prattville coming back to Montgomery, so I knew sooner or later there was going to be a turnaround. See, because Prattville and Millbrook and Cascada and Wetumpka, now Wetumpka is probably safe. Because that's where the money is up there too. They got the big casino and all that's up there. And I like me some Mayor Will. I do. So therefore, nobody's moving from the let the casino close down and they may move back there. But I think those the casino up there, I think we're good to go. I think we're Wetumpka. I don't think Wetumpka's not getting, they're not trying to get back there right. As a matter of fact, the Wetumpka looks like they are building up pretty good. And then just talking about the shooting that happened in that bill. I mean, everybody went up there thinking that the crime, we know the money. We know they get up there too. That's not a problem whatsoever. Now, here's an issue that I've always talked about, and I think there's a Montgomery police officer who was jailed on abuse charges. Now, here's my problem. An on-duty police officer in the Montgomery Police Department has been relieved of duty and charged with first-degree sexual assault. I'm not even going to do the guy disservice and mention his name because I think the problem with that scenario is that, okay, if you find out that the guy didn't do it, and then now you'll never see the headline says, we were wrong, he didn't do it. Or not that we were wrong for reporting it, but he didn't do it. You'll never see a big headline in the newspaper about somebody who didn't do it. So I think, and I think we should treat the newspaper should treat people like we do people at the school board meeting. Oh, we're going to go into executive session about issues involving good name and character. I don't know why the Montgomery advertiser or some of these news places want to throw your name all over the TV and find out that you didn't do it. And then, how do you get your reputation back? How do you do that? You got to leave town and go someplace else. Okay, I'm just saying, we might want to be careful about that kind of thing because a lot of people found not to have done it, but you never hear anybody talk about it on the news or on the radio station or on the newspaper. Good morning, who's this? Good morning. Mm-hmm. And some people move here. Huh? Some people actually move here. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, okay. Yeah, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Morning. Okay. Where am I? Now go ahead. Tell me where I'm at. I'm good. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Wait a minute now. I've been doing this business for a while, and there are many, many cases where people have been found innocent, and you never make a big headline in the newspaper or the TV news about it. Give me an instance. Oh, right. But and that's only because it got the attention of the nation. Yes, it does matter. She got the attention of the whole nation. So everybody was wondering what happened to that. But the average Joe downtown at Montgomery jail right now who didn't do it, he will never make the news because of that. I do know that. Okay, okay. Well, listen, you're entitled to your own opinion, but not your own facts. And the fact of the matter is, they don't waste a lot of heat vindicating people in the newspaper. Okay. I guarantee you, it won't be on the front page. Guarantee it. It's not. They make room for the front page what they want to put on it. Okay. Well, I didn't see it when making it. Wait. Section E, page 22, don't really count. National news, right? It was a national news issue. Oh, sure. So I'm an expert on the newspaper. I read it all the time. It, yeah, I saw it yesterday. I saw it yesterday. Yes. Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead. How many times do you know me to be? Hey, how many times do you know me to be wrong? Any day. Overall. All right, you too. Okay, whatever. It is 7:44 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Wait, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Didn't you just get done talking? Okay, come on now. Good morning on there. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. which is nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Appreciate it. And it's 7:47 in the morning, and we'll be back right after this break. Radio News Radio 1440. Anything on your mind? Something that, I mean, am I wrong here about his name all in the newspaper? Then you find out that all of a sudden now you can't get your reputation back. You got to leave out. They go someplace else to work, live, and play because they didn't scandalize your name. You go to court, you get found to eat, and sometimes you know, they find you guilty. And then sometimes they find you. Let's err on the side of caution. That's all I'm saying.
Stories wreaking havoc on whether it's in your office, healthcare facility, school, manufacturing site, or everything in between. Let us use our 35 plus years to keep your business going. So don't wait. Go to danceandthings.com and let Jenny do our job so you can do yours.
If you are looking for work, you know the drill. It's a whole bunch of names and requests piled on top of each other. Make sure the food's on time and on budget. Make sure everyone's dietary needs are taken care of. Make sure everyone's happy. And that's why you should make sure you use Indicator. It's one simple, reliable platform for all of your food for work needs. Need to make sure food for work actually works? Simple. Make sure it's Indicator. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at easycator.com.
I didn't showcase something to slow down. In fact, $29 billion was stolen last year alone. That's a criminal success story and a wake-up call for everyone else. It can be dangerous if you
And you'll recommend it.
in on it and just on into your income. I know that you start delivering specialized in design installation, quality music. It's not just a piece. I look for value every step of the way so that can make that you the best company you can expect. So just not let the industry, you not just change your thing, you transform it. If you don't have the hot sales person for a board member, go to Sonic.com.
Yes, apparently appears live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And
Okay, we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope that they find you. It's not a whole bunch of news going on except what's going on in Israel and Hamas and all that kind of thing right there. Little we can do anything about, but we'll talk about it. Good morning on air. Yes. I don't have a clue. No. Yeah, I think the Alabama education committee. Yeah, I remember that years ago. I'm just okay. So you telling me that the people take their kids out of public school, the money doesn't follow the child? I thought that's what the deal was. That's credit. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what I want to say. That was not enough. The president had made an agreement with somebody that they would be there without weapons, without loaded, right? Okay. Well, I guess the last 40 years in I guess been wrong. Okay. I guess 40 years of I know what they were part of. I know that they were not allowed. They were not allowed to load their rifles. Okay, all right. Look, I'm wrong. Now wait a minute. I just had a Marine on who verified that they were not able. Okay, listen, when you know Marine over there, okay, all right. I'm just asking. Okay, what you think? If you think about it, if you think about it, call me back tomorrow. We'll have a conversation about it. Anyway, moving right here. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning, sir. Mm, right. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and both of these guys, the guy that's stepping down and her, Valerie Staples, talking about economic development. Well, I mean, again, for the businesses and things of that nature, I understand that, but does that really get down to the average person? Okay, well, of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. Gave people a job. Mm. It, it changed that family, like a lot of things have to change individuals. But does it have an upward movement for the whole? Okay. Hmm. Right. I'm with you. But let me ask you a question. But let me ask you. Yeah. And I, right. Okay. Okay. So let me ask you a question. The one thing that we never talked about in these great deliveries of businesses and things, and again, of course, listen, I'm pro Montgomery, whatever they, but the one thing we never talk about is what we give up to get there. We gave up a whole lot of things to get through that. A lot of tax revenues that they gave up. Hey, that's why I'm in shape for it. Okay. Well, of course I would, but there's always more to this than we know. There's always more to these deals than we know. Now, wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Well, now I'm with you. I'm with you. Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Is this the first time I ever talked? Is this the first time I ever talked about something I know about? So, I don't know. Yeah, come. Well, that's good. I'm a good actor. Uh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I had jobs. That's true. That's true. I'll tell you that. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shut her about. I'm gonna get her on. Okay. I'm gonna get her on. Okay. Okay. All right. We gotta go. I gotta go. Time's up. Okay. I gotta go.
I'm Jennifer Rodriguez. New devastation in Gaza. The health ministry says 436 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli air strikes in the past 24 hours. 182 of them children. Correspondent MTS Tayab reports from East Jerusalem.
Israel's strikes continue to rain misery across Gaza. What desperately needed aid started to trickle in over the weekend. The United Nations estimates the Palestinian territory needs at least 100 trucks a day to meet the most basic needs. In the north, the Israeli military has again told residents to evacuate ahead of its immediate ground invasion.
A third convoy of aid trucks moved into Gaza today, and the FBI says it's seen an increase in threats from Jewish and Muslim communities since the Israel-Hamas war began. Kevin Ramsey is with Oregon's Special Agent in charge.
We want to make sure if people are out there threatening people with violence, that we take action to make sure that violence doesn't happen, and that we can restore some sense of safety and security for folks in the community.
In Washington, still no House Speaker. Here's CBS's Naomi Buckham.
Seven of the candidates now running for the speakership voted to decertify the 2020 election results following the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Representative Patrick McHenry, who is serving as interim speaker, is not seeking the permanent role.
The space and time for a reset is, I think, an important thing for House Republicans.
And exactly 20 days into the turmoil, the pressure is mounting as President Biden has asked Congress to consider a $100 billion aid package for Israel and Ukraine.
Assisting 5 of a manhunt for a suspect in the deadly shooting of a judge in Maryland.
49-year-old Pedro Alberto was suspected of killing Circuit Court Judge Andrew Wilkinson in his driveway just hours after Wilkinson ruled against him in the divorce case. Washington County, Maryland Sheriff Brian Elkins. We're going to catch this guy. It's just a matter of time. This concerned man lives in the area of Hagerstown, Maryland.
If he's going to kill a judge in cold blood like that, I don't think there's anything to stop him from doing that to somebody else.
A $10,000 reward is being offered for information that leads to Algote's arrest. Jim Crisilla, CBS News.
S&P future down 16. A new thrill for Swifties.
More evidence linking the heart
To Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Taylor Swift not only showed up to watch her boyfriend Travis Kelce and his Chiefs beat the Chargers, she and Patrick Mahomes' wife Brittany have a new 5-slap handshake. Coach Andy Reid.
Taylor can stay around all she wants.
This is CBS News.
If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Because Indeed #1 hiring solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/better.
Aiming the certified cleaners to keep online reviews crystal clear. Indeed can compare great people fast. Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects to a cloud, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right through your Indeed platform. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 for your first contract. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Scott Corral. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we've represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or planning your family relationships. But every situation is different. Our goal is to get the best outcome that you can get. Set up a consultation and take the first step. For matters in Tennessee, visit CordellCordell.com. Request for Ruth and Bingo Arts.
Her new memoir is out tomorrow. A music milestone today. Britney Spears' first single, One More Time, is 25 years old today. It was released on October 23rd, 1998, when the pop star was just 16 years old. The single's iconic music video was released a month later. Billboard considers it one of the most influential videos in the history of pop music. In 2020, Rolling Stone called Baby One More Time the greatest debut single of all time. Ricks, CBS News. Break out the hummus. The Sunny and Jama Network Open finds more calorie Mediterranean diets rich in veggies, legumes, whole grains, seeds, and fish, and blast away belly fat. All by aging. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
If you order food for work, you know the drill. It's a one simple, reliable platform for all your food for work needs. Need to make sure food for work.
3232.
Telling you like it really is. It's the John Show. Weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Name into the hat for House Speaker.
And we're back. Good morning, everybody. Hope that they find you well. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a person who's an economic, whatever it is, expert. But I do understand that economics is mainly a theory. And most of the time, the theories don't pan out. I'm just saying. We had a guy at ASU for years. I was at Auburn. I think it was Auburn, Kevin Elkins. And listen, he always gives these great big scenarios and philosophies and economic theories. And most of them didn't turn out to be anything like he said it would be. So most of them theoretical. And nothing wrong with theoretical. I mean, you got to finish your investigation or your experimentation on something. But I don't know. So here's my question this morning. For those folks out there that are smarter than I am when it comes to economics. I can't count my money in the bank. You know how much money I got in the bank. So I keep it up with those economics. Those are priority with me. Okay, but here's a question I need to know. How do you determine if in fact okay, Siri on the watch. Okay. Hey, I wasn't talking to you. Talk to somebody else. Okay? So let's call that a day. You understand? I was talking to somebody else. I wasn't talking to my watch yet. Okay? So just close your ears for a second and let me get to my audience. Okay? Can you do that? Okay. Now, how do you tell whether or not a short-term economic stimuli benefits the whole and how long? Because to get businesses to come to Montgomery, Alabama, we have to Alabama in general, we've given up a lot of things. Now, how do you tell? What are the metrics to show whether or not, in the long run, if it benefits us or not? And I understand people getting jobs, and I got that. People getting jobs and being able to buy their homes and stuff. I got that. I understand that. I understand that. That's cool. I get that. But overall, how do you tell whether or not it's a win for the citizens? I mean, initially it is. But overall, does it put in place a a a a, a reciprocity of sorts that is a continuation for many years? You know what I'm saying? That I don't know. I can't tell. I mean, we had a bunch of. There was a woman who I knew. I met a couple of times. She had her stuff out in Gunner Park. What was her name? And she took her business to Mexico. We're building so many electronic. Bill Gates and all these folks building so many things overseas. Okay, so we look up and get somebody to come back to America. I loved about Trump. Trump, I think they said they brought 500 companies back to America who have been overseas. To me, that means more than some of these temporary things. But that's just me. 18, 14, 40. My kids have an opportunity to get out there, but they're willing to bust through the pump and do all the things they need to do. Is there, and then we bring it in artificial intelligence, AI. That's going to replace a lot of people, even in radio. Listen, I can see right now in the future, we don't need a DJ. We need AI and a computer to sit there and make it fit in the DJ bit. Okay. I don't know. How you measure that stuff. Good morning. Who's this? Well, the other one is still in progress. Okay, well, I love a chat. I love a chat. I'll sit right here. Good morning on there. Yes, doing fine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. She had a full ride from Rollville High School in Cincinnati. And she worked in Joliet for a while as a student right out of college. And before I tell you what her semester was, I wonder if they're going to name this new prison after David Brown. You know, the thing I believe this RSA has taken over the construction, and they're going to be the people to build it, then they're going to lease it back to us, the taxpayer. Is the RSA, is that a state agency or is it part of the state government? I don't believe I don't think they're not state agencies. I know they get a lot of state money because they rent the buildings to the state. I don't think they're state agencies. Rest of our private sector with the government. And at all levels, we're doing that because of that 87% background number the other day. And it's a shame, that it's never going to work anymore. Our main industry here is printing money. And then you can even throw Reagan in there with this trickle down, and it finds its way into the school system, blah, 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 blah. But nobody is producing anything. We just built that. All of our jobs was up here a long time ago. I have been in a Walmart 30 something years, reviews ago. They're the first one to tell people, move your factory to China, to the Pacific Rim. The lady that was in Gunner Park was June Collier. Jim Collier. That's right. James. What's her name? Yeah, Miss Collier. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. Appreciate it. Note of clarification this morning, Mr. Know It All. Uh, you were talking about Leslie Sanders, not Ellen McNear. Okay, so somebody text me and say, please tell you to get your scammer's name right, straight. Okay, uh, Leslie is with Alabama Power. Mr. McNair is with the Chamber of Commerce, I believe. I don't know whatever else she does, but yeah, okay. So she is not the same person that was with the on the board with the Whitewater committee, whatever it's called. Anyway, I'm not a. See, I'm not one of those guys that I'm like a bull in the china shop. I just knock it down. I don't technically the specificities don't necessarily impress me. Okay, because there's always a way around something if you try hard enough. But to make sure we get it right now, you're talking about Leslie Sanders, not Ellen McNair. Okay, so if we're gonna dog somebody, make sure we dog the wrong person. So Ms. McNair is not part of the Whitewater thing. Okay, but I ain't mad at the Whitewater thing. I'm glad we got something else besides bringing people here for what happened to black folks a long time ago, and it happened. There's nothing we can do about it. But Lord have mercy, we got to bring people here for another reason. Well, we can include those reasons, but that can't be the only reason to bring people to your city. Okay, to reminisce in a distant past that was not so great. Okay, I'm just saying, you might want to think about that. Okay, all right. So he was wrong. Not the first time. Not the first time he was wrong. That's cool. Anyway, but before I go, we need to have a serious talk about something. Okay, and it's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Now, did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real. Recovery is real. So if you are a family member or a friend are suffering from substance use disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA right now. 334-262-1629. 334-262-1629. Or go to COSA, NCADD.org. Okay, let's get help today, right now. Call them again, COSA, 334-262-1629. That's 334-262-1629. Get the help you need now. Don't wait another day. We'll be back.
Watch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by Window World River Region.
Increase home value and decrease energy bills with window siding, doors, and more from your locally owned Window World. All products made in the USA with convenient financing options and the industry's strongest lifetime limited warranty. Search Window World River Region today.
Good morning, Montgomery. Got a couple of things going on, so please use caution. East Boulevard at Vaughn Road, we've got an accident reported there. Wares Ferry Drive at Yale Drive, that's going to be out heading towards Alabama Christian Academy before you get to Boulevard, and finishing up on Federal Drive at Atlanta Highway. Looking at your traffic flow map on the interstates, things are moving pretty smoothly. No big major problems or backups, so you keep listening and we will keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. The Toyota Camry is the #1 selling car in America, and it's worth the drive to get the Toyota you've always wanted at McKinnon Toyota. You'll be grinning with McKinnon off I-65.
You'll be grinning with McKinnon.
Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
I can promise all of you that hear my voice right now, all bets are off. And whatever they have to do to protect themselves, the Israelis will do. Prime Minister Netanyahu will do. We don't need to see what he's made of. I already know the guy. I know what he's made of. He has been a single lone voice of moral clarity on the world stage, the most consistent voice of moral clarity that has understood the dangers of Iran more than any other world leader. They are prepared to deal with Iran. I can promise you that part too. How bad this can get, I don't even want to tell you how bad I think it can get. Imagine the worst. That's how bad it can get.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Listen, the economy is not going back to how it was before. Remember how quickly it all went bad? First, it was inflation, then another housing market bubble. Banks started crashing, and now the Fed is laying the groundwork for a digital currency. Do you see it yet? Your money is being attacked from almost every angle. So at this point, you could bury your head in the sand and pretend everything will get better, or take advantage of this opportunity to protect your wealth while you still can. So write this down because you'll not only get the chance to protect your retirement savings now, you could get up to $10,000 in free silver from Sean Hannity's partner Goldco. You heard right, $10,000 in free silver from Goldco when you call 855-815-GOLD. So don't miss what could be your best opportunity to protect your retirement savings today. Call 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit forky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-511-3535. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-511-3535, 800-511-3535, or biglou.com.
Provocative, personal, unfiltered. This is Mouthpiece.
Because we experience a lot of different things. We experience a lot of hate from the world. And the only thing that we can really run to is each other's arms. Together, we have something powerful.
Super Bowl champion and self-described feminist Michael Bennett and his wife Pele invite listeners into their professional and private lives by doing it authentic. Listen and subscribe to Mouthpiece, free wherever you get your podcasts, from the Westwood One Podcast Network.
When the conversation starts,
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show.
It was there on
Weekdays from
Rocket, and then
11 to
secondly.
Okay, I have got to fix this issue with my system here. Anyway, but before we get back to anything serious, let's talk about something serious. All right. Who won the high school football games over the weekend? Since I'm the only guy that kind of really paid much attention since my son is in high school. Let me see now. Austin 49. Okay, now Central Phoenix. Now they're not Montgomery. Enterprise Opelak. Now that doesn't make a difference. Hoover 40. Okay, now that doesn't make a difference. Okay, where is the Montgomery? Oh, okay, all right. Percy Julian beat Prattville. About time we win something. Okay, good. 39-35. Outstanding. I got to go over and shake the boys' hands. Okay, good job. Let's see, anybody else in Montgomery? Carver, Montgomery, 39. Sidney Lanier, 21. Good. Okay, that's a good butt whooping right there. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's start. Let me. Some winning. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let the coach keep their job this week. They got one more week of being hired. Okay, anybody else? Montgomery. Let me see here now. Let me see. Muscle Shoals. Where's that at? I don't know where Muscle Shoals is. Pell City, 69. Huffman, 0. Why did Huffman even show up? I mean, really, you can lose a game at 0 by not even showing up. If you show up on the football field, you should at least make 7 points. Come on, man. All right, then. Oh, here's two more. Spanish Fort, 45. Robertdale, 0. St. Paul's Episcopal, 21. Blunt. Okay, so they should have just stayed home, ate some soup or something like that. I mean, come on, man. You can't if you can't get at least one touchdown, you probably don't need to be playing ball. I would disband the whole team and start all over again. Okay, I'm just saying. That's just Faith Academy leads, blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. Hayden, 0. Ardmore, 0. Man. Citronelle, 0. Here's a good game. Valley, 41. Elmore County, 40. Okay, that's what I'm talking. Good looking out. At least you didn't quit. You kept on hanging in there. Sometimes somebody's got to lose.
That's cool. I can live with that. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Jackson, okay, Montgomery Academy, 53. Slocum 20. Okay, that's cool. They was playing, they just got out match. I'm good. As long as you got some put some points on the board, that's all that matters. Montgomery Academy, 63. Dale County 0. Listen, somebody ought to throw Montgomery Academy in jail for abuse. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But good job. Good job. Okay, Dale County, next time don't even make the trip. Just stay where you are. Don't even make the trip. It ain't worth making the trip. 63 to nothing. Come on, man. Where your pride at? Where your pride? Boy, I tell you what. Listen. I could play that good. I could lose. Man, I tell you. Okay. What else is going on? Anybody else in Montgomery on this thing that I missed? Let me see. Okay, I don't believe I have Trinity Presbyterian. Oh, Prattville Christian. Okay, Trinity beat Prattville Christian 40-28. That's cool though. Prattville Christian didn't give up. They kept playing. I like that. Okay, that's good. See, it is not that you lose. It is that you don't play. Okay, losing is all right. There's a lesson in losing. You just got to figure out what it is. Now, moving right along. Let me see who else is here. Let me see. Anybody else in Montgomery on this thing? No, I don't see no more Montgomery. Anybody else from Montgomery on this thing? Okay, Cold Springs 54, Greene County 46. Looked like that was a good game. Okay. Here's a team called Whitesburg. I don't know if I think I would change my name. Okay. Collinsville 55, Whitesburg Christian 14. I think that Whitesburg ought to change their name. Okay. It may help their football plan. Okay. You might want to take that from me. Let me see now. Anybody else on here? I guess I don't see anybody from Montgomery else on there. Okay. One more. Wait a minute. I got one more. Target 36, Rabina 8. Okay. Rabina didn't give up. They got a couple points. As long as you get something on the board, I'm good. Anybody else? Okay. Lochapoka 12, Mapleville 6. Sound like a baseball game, but I guess it was a defensive struggle. Defensive struggle. That's what that is. Notasoga 36, Billingsley 34. Okay. Sound like a good game there. All right, I guess that's it. Did Lee win? Did Lee play? I don't even see Lee on this thing. Oh, no, Lee is not losing. That's right, it's Percy Julian. My bad. Okay, they won. All right, good job on them. All right, that's enough of that. All right, Percy Julian. Yeah, they played Prattville. Put a foot off in a butt. That's what I'm talking about. 860-1440 is the number here if you want to. If you want to. Whatever. I'm always gonna look out after the high school. As long as my boys in high school, I'm gonna pronounce the high school guys. Okay, I told Long Shirt down there he won't mess with the high school. Good morning. Who's this? All right then. Moving right along. One of us is anyway. 6:31 in the morning. What else is going on? What else is going? Oh, okay. I got this other thing right here. I just don't know exactly. There we go. Right there. Okay. Oh, let me grab this other call right quick. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Go right ahead. What? Oh, my. So where's Montgomery Catholic? On Vaughn Road? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. So Montgomery. Okay. So that's where my good friend Aiello teaches. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever it is. Yeah. That's my buddy though. Okay. So now why do you know about Montgomery? You got kids go to Montgomery Catholic? Okay. Okay. So you couldn't send your kid to public school. I mean, you had to send yours to Montgomery Catholic. I'm just saying. Oh, you did? I feel you now then. Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my son keeps telling me that every day, but I'm not. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't have the money you got, so I just couldn't do the extra $1,500 a month. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, but at least I'm staying involved. Yeah, I know you do. But I'm staying involved in that thing over there. But there's just certain things I can and cannot do. But we did clean out the tunnel a week or so ago, though. We did do that. Yeah. Right. 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 But my okay, I had an economics guy tell me one day. He said, if you hear $1.6 billion invested in Montgomery, then you would think that the economic activity in this city would be absolutely insurmountable. But what he explained to me, when you put that together, that also includes the money that we allow them not. In other words, if getting here costs you $100,000 in tax or $1 million in taxes, well, we're gonna say, okay, we're not going to charge you the $1 million. We just so they consider that an investment, okay, into the city when it's actually no money. No money is what we gave up. That on the ledger, it seems as though we got something, but we didn't. Yeah, yeah, right, right. I'm with you. But when you say 101 point something $1 billion investment, then does that include us giving away the $1 million in whatever revenue that this company would have had to pay in order to do business here? And if it does, well, sure, sure. But was it really an investment? Okay. Hey, don't listen. Don't you depress me when you bring that up? Okay. Okay. I'm just yeah, yeah. You depress me. 401k. All them years, I let that thing go. Didn't know what the hell it was. Oh well, I guess I ain't the smartest guy on the radio after all. Yeah, 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 it is. And I went to try to put some. Yeah, I appreciate it. I went to the other day trying to put something in. It was closed. Good morning on there. Good morning to you there, Ed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. No, she wasn't McNair. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm still in. Unless I see something tremendously go wrong, I'm glad we got something to bring people to this town except race. So I'm good with it. Yeah. Right. Right. Mm. Yeah. Well, why don't we wait a minute? So why don't we have more people, more of these developers building economical and affordable housing? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will. Okay. Well, that was I think McNair, whatever his name is. Yeah. Right. Right. But he. Okay. But she wasn't on the. But she was not on the. But she was not on the district cooperative or anything like that. Right. She just. Okay. Well, what's wrong with putting out good ideas? All right. Well, listen. I'm a ride and die with him. I think it's a great idea. We just got to do some things. Right. And we need some marketing. We need some marketing. Good. We got Air Force people here who some of these now folks. Now me, I can't even have to get the bathtub with too much water. So but I support them, and I'm gonna go out there. Okay, well, I don't know about getting into that. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Appreciate it. All right. All right. Appreciate it. All right. Let's take a break. We'll be back. It's 8:41 in the morning, right here on Montgomery, Alabama. We come back with our round six in a minute. I bet you can't wait. Woo! Sorry about that.
The seasonal allergies are making you miserable. You want that. But there's confusion about cold and allergy products. Here's what's in fact, on the left, I've found many cold and allergy. It's evaluated by the FDA because they produce in the country. Yet there's much food, so we can have faster than first call without. It's a natural, it's not stimulated. We can make you nasal irritation and on medications that may not have this problem. Doing this, you breathe better, you will help. Ask for the knowledge of Walmart, Walgreens, and focus online at the Walmart program.
Because without strength, you will fail. Together, we will rise to top. Requires children of all ages to be up to date on their immunization. Also known as measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox.
He is the voice of the conservative millennial. The Bernie Shapiro Show. On News Radio.
All righty then. Good morning. I hope everybody's feeling well. I got this. I have to. Let's have a serious time for a second. Let's have a serious talk about something, and it's very important. It's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 200 Alabama died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Now, hope is real. Recovery is real. So if you are a family member or a friend are suffering, okay, are suffering from substance use disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA right now. 334-262-1629. 334-262-1629. Or go to COSA, NCADD.org. Let's get help today. Call COSA, 334-262-1629 and get help that you need right now. But this drug thing is not a joke. And it affects everybody. It affects your life and it affects the life of other people. You don't make right away. That's Council on Substance Abuse. 262-1629. I know the 860-14-14 international. Let's see, somebody was shooting somebody with AR-15. The AR-15 probably has enough to this was at the this is an argument at the Decatur Waffle House. I can't figure out. Okay, man, hey, man, I'm going to the Waffle House to get me the waffles. Let me take that AR-15 with me. Okay, then. I'm just. How did you get an AR-15 into the Waffle House? You know, maybe you did it outside. I'm not exactly sure. Good morning. I hear. I hear. All right, then. I think everybody knows God is God and He knows just about everything. If you're not thinking He knows just about everything, He knows everything. Again, the NPD officer got his name all spread out in the newspaper and all that stuff. And he may end up responding that he didn't do anything, but we're gonna write his name all over the newspaper. And that's anybody. I mean, anything involving good name and character, I think we ought to wait till the trial. We ought to do them. We ought to give these people the same thing we give these kids in these seasons in public school, the same privilege of not ripping their name all over the whole place. You know, for the actual trial. Okay, I'm just saying. I just don't like that. Let's see. Robert beat Stephen Lear. Absolutely. If you beat somebody, beat them bad, as a matter of fact. I appreciate that. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, to my coaches, if young kids can't make at least one touchdown in a football game, you need to fire the whole team. You need to take the third string or the second string and let them play. Because they're probably a little bit more motivated to play than the first string. But anybody can lose with a zero. I mean, anybody can lose without getting the point. You might as well give the second string a chance to go out there and play. I'm just saying, you're not going to do that. Okay, so, and somebody's going to do it and find out that the second string ought to be the first string, and the first string should be the second string. I'm just saying, y'all might want to tell the coaches of the football team that if your first string can't get any points on the board and can't stop the other guy from scoring 63 points on them, yeah, you need to replace the whole first string and put in the second string. Okay, I'm just saying. Or let me come play. I mean, I can stop somebody. You know, I just even old as I am, I can stop somebody from scoring. Come on, man. Anyway, 8:51 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Okay. Now you know. Okay. Moving right on to other things. I'm not again. The Republicans could not come up with a speaker of the House, although there is a brother in one. The brother is one. Okay. I never heard of him before, but who knows? Maybe he might get it. I mean, let's see if the Republicans are really serious about putting black folks in charge. Make the black man the Speaker of the House for the first time in the United States of America. And he's a Republican, so I know he's smart. Because y'all want to let dumb Republicans, dumb black folks in there. So you know he's smart, so let him do it. Give him a try. Because y'all not doing too good like y'all doing things now anyway. Okay, can we put some money on the black guy that's running for Speaker of the House? Can we do it? I'm just saying we might want to. Can we try something different? Okay, okay. Israeli wants that Hamas has chemical weapons. Bibi said, "Do or die." China sends warships to the Mideast. Now, Lord deployment orders 6WW3. Let's hope that's not true. Good morning, who's this? Yeah, yeah. No, we got some pretty ugly Republicans too. Yeah. Well, who's Jefferson? Okay, but we can't go by looks. We can't go by looks, bro. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. But again, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. It ain't 54 anymore. I mean, you may be ugly to you, but not you. Maybe it's old lady like you. Good morning. Yeah. I don't know. Mm. No, but you got, yeah. I understand. Okay, I appreciate you. So who's trying in the Republican Party? Who's trying to be the Speaker of the House? There are 9 candidates now. We need some more nine. One guy is Scott Bergman, who is from I forget where he's from. But he is a retired Marine Corps lieutenant general and businessman. So hey, let's put a general in charge. Byron Donalds, the Florida representative, has been backed by fellow Floridians such as Corey Mills and Mario Diaz Balart. Tom Emmer, don't know who he is, but the Minnesota representative is closely ally of McCarthy. Kevin Hearn, Kevin is the Oklahoma representative that chairs the Conservative Republican Study Committee, who announced his candidacy on Friday. I don't know what a Republican Study Committee. We do if we don't do nothing else in America, we do a lot of studying. Mike Johnson, who is the Louisiana representative, first elected in 2016, he serves as vice chairman of the House Republican Conference. Representative Johnson announced his candidacy on Saturday. Don Musa, whoever he is, the Pennsylvania, he's a Pennsylvania representative, has served in the House since 2019. On Friday, he wrote on social media that if he decides to run, he would be focused on politics of inclusion. I don't know about all that, but okay, sound like a Democrat to me. Gary Palmer, you know who Gary Palmer? He's from Alabama, a member of the House since 2015, currently serves as chairman of the Republican Policy Committee. He's supported by Jordan and the nominee as the nominee of the Speaker. Austin Scott, Georgia representative, served in the House from 2011. He announced his candidacy on Friday. Pete Sessions, no relation to my good friend Mr. Sessions that we used to be Attorney General in Alabama. He's a Texas representative. Previously chaired the House Rules Committee in the National Conservative leader who can unite the conference of office in the statement. I hear. Okay. Anyway, so those are some of the people, a lot of them I never heard. They go, one black man. Yeah, the black man, the job. They do that works for everybody else. What's his name again? Byron Donald. First of all, he's a conservative black man. Let him do it. Let's see if the Republicans really are what they say they are in key cities. Good morning. You're there. Hey, I go to Tuberville in a heartbeat. Oh yeah, you probably just saying that. Yeah, I'm with you. I think Tuberville ought to do it. Tuberville would be the man. They don't take no, don't give no smoke, don't do none of that stuff, and tell it like it is. That's we need somebody with common sense. Okay, but I don't really think that it matters who it is because the the House and vote the way they want to. Each individual has the right to vote. But we do need somebody to fulfill the congressional, our constitutional obligation to have a Speaker of the House so we get something done. And I sure hope I sure hope they get something done. Right. A member of Senator Katie Britt's staff gets robbed at gunpoint in the state, in the United States Capitol. Now you know why they do that, right? Okay. Officer of U.S. Senator Katie Britt reports that one of her staff members was robbed at gunpoint at 8:40 Friday. Hey, I blame it for you guys in Washington, not Katie. Well, you guys say, hey, it ain't their fault. You know, it ain't their fault. He can help the guy who robbed him to help. You know, he just couldn't help it. He he's born in America. You know, life's not fair. So when you find out who it is, just do the check. I'm just saying. The government has caused all of this. The government has caused more than crime in America than any other entity. Okay, making excuses for every behavior. It starts off at school. And then we give IEPs. I mean, we make all these excuses for why people can't do what they can't do. So I'm just saying, y'all started this. Okay? I mean, Washington D.C., the FBI, the Pentagon's up the street, the NSA, the NCIS, everybody with a gun around there, and we're still robbing people in the middle of the street. Listen, how in the hell we going to depend on Washington to protect us if they can't protect themselves? I'm just. They're carried away.
type 2 diabetes, overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term providers have thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million